Hey everyone, here we are once again in the B-Movie Bunker. Today we are looking at 2012's Thale. This is brought to us by Alexander Nordis, if I'm probably not pronouncing it quite right, but this is one of them their European films. This comes from Norway, and some people will automatically shut off, "Oh, no, I'm not watching those subtitles." Well, you're not welcome here anyway. So, Thale. This is the story. It's kind of it's a modern day story, but it deals with Norwegian folklore of this character Thale, who's actually supposed to be a holder. Basically, it's a forest spirit type of being, a lady of the woods, often known by having fox-like or sometimes fox-like features or a cow's tail under her dress. They can be helpful spirits in many ways. This story, you have Leo and Elvis. They are basically crime scenes. They clean up crime scenes and just disgusting messes in general. And they come across this woman in this thing. They come across Thale in this weird, kind of underground area where she's been in this tub of whatever, this weird white liquid, and kind of the stuff that happens with when they encounter her, and then the people who come looking for her, that she's actually been in this area hiding from them or being hidden from them after she had been taken out of her natural habitat. I like this movie. Now, I mean, I'm a fan of folklore in general, especially when it comes to Norse folklore and the Germanic and that whole area of Western European folklore, along with Russian, and I could go on and on about folklore. I love folklore. But I like the way that this story portrays is the whole... you've got these two normal guys who stumble upon this, basically something supernatural, and them trying to come to terms with it, but also trying not to accept what they're actually seeing, because the rational mind doesn't want to accept something irrational, like something that's supernatural, be something that doesn't follow the laws of nature and the laws of science as you know it. I also like the whole, these other people that show up, because there is that thing. If you would think of some kind of supernatural beings, especially ones like the Holder, which are supposed to be, she's supposed to have like healing powers and all that. There's obviously going to be people who want to possess that power. They want to control that power. They want to harness that power. They want to use it and corrupt it and capture it and keep it. That's the nature of man, is that, it's that gathering of power and resources and getting things that can make things better for you and dominating everything around you. And you get a bit of that. But you also get some of the innocence with Leo and Elvis. And I think the characters, the actors in general, I think did a great job. I love the way that Leo is just so calm and collected. He's the straight guy. He's the even-tempered one. Where you have Elvis, who's all jittery and always throwing up, and he's the nervous wreck. And I think they play well off of each other. And the actress who played Thale, I think, did a fantastic job portraying the character. I like this one. This is not going to be for everyone. I can already tell you that. It's not because it's European. Well, it might be a little bit of it, because the pacing is a bit slower. This is a slower paced story. It's definitely a character-driven story. This is not an action piece. It's not a horror film. This is, a character-driven story. This character just happens to be one that happens to be a supernatural being. On a scale of 1 to 10, I mean, this is a hard one for me, because it's kind of that... It's a glimpse into that world that's just beyond the veil, that is there. It's those things that you can, when you're out in the woods, and there's just like that feeling that you're being watched, but you never see anything. It's kind of that shattering that illusion of the world around you, and twisting the way that we see things, that there is more out there than we give than we understand, and more than we can ever understand, because not everything is within our current, little ball that we like to put things in. We take things, we put it, and it doesn't fit in this little area. Well, this is what science tells us, and there are people who are like, well, it's not science. No. And the thing is that every good scientist will say, and they'll look at this thing and they'll say, we have this is what we know, and all of this out here is what we don't know. And while there are things that they will dismiss, there are many things that they will still look into, and the things that they will pick and choose. Because remember, they used to think the world was flat. We used to think that the sun revolved around us. That was all in that ball, that little ball we had where we fit all of our knowledge. and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And this movie, it's that little glimpse into a bigger world, that there's more out there. And I'm not saying necessarily that, these nature woodland spirits exist, but there are things out there we don't understand. And this movie gives a little bit of a glimpse into that. And the way that people would react to things that they don't understand. I think it does a great job of that. So, I would recommend this movie to anyone who likes, if you like folklore at all, I think definitely give this one a shot. It's definitely a little different. And as I said, it is slower paced. So, some people might not want to sit through it, and I'm not going to hold it against you. I still think it's a great movie and you should watch it. That's all I got for this one. Until next time, why don't you all stay safe out there in the wasteland, folks.